Tonight, our sons wedding, Moshe and Abigail Ruth. A couple of years ago, Moshe came to the house with a nice young lady. I welcomed them very warmly. I said, "Welcome. Hi, Moshe. And you are?" She said, "Suffering." I looked at Moshe. I said, "Moshe, I don't understand. What did she say?" Moshe said, "Abba, this is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend. Her name is suffering." I said, "Yes, of course. Of course. I needed therapy. I needed to do something about this couple. To lower their blood pressure and to regulate them."
They want fun.
Abigail Ruth was with us for the last couple of years. She came to Shabbatot, she stayed with us. She is in love with my son, and he tells me, "Abba, this is the girl that I'm going to marry." I said, "Great. We all need therapy." I tell you something. This couple is not from this world. Abigail Ruth came to this country as a little girl. She worked very hard to achieve. She is positioned as a nuclear pharmacist working for the LA County hospitals. She worked very hard. She worked very hard to also become one of us. She wanted to join the Jewish nation, as she said yesterday. She did Birkat Amazon last night. We had dinner, and she told me about her acceptance speech and the whole process. I want to go back to this first encounter with you both. When you brought Abigail Ruth, that she called herself before, suffering, I looked at your eyes, guys. Your eyes had questions. Your eyes had questions of acceptance, questions of, am I secure? Am I welcome? And all those I answered on the spot. All those questions I answered you, Abigail Ruth. On the spot I answered. You were accepted. And yes, not because I'm a nice guy. Because we are the children of Abraham. He was the specialist. He was the first one that recognized God. Way 400 years before Moshe Rabbeinu, before Moses. Abraham, the son of Terah, the son of the master of idol worshippers. Abraham said, for all the good that I have, that God gave me, he opened his hands wide open for his guests, to comfort his guests. That was his mantra, that was his specialty. That's why God promised him that the Jewish nation will be around the world. And that's why we are still around the world. We have Jews in China, in New York, in Australia, all over. What was the question, Effie? You saw Abigail wrote by us many times.
Yes.
Okay? So I answered you now. So, who am I to make a fuss about it? We are an open house. Yes, we are the descendants of Abraham Avinu. And yes, your questions that you did not ask. Your eyes asked all these questions and you were answered. One more thing about Abraham Avinu. When three angels came to visit him at his circumcision, and God wanted to have a conversation with him, he said, hold it, I'm busy. I'm taking care of my host, of my guests. That was his specialty. That's what we are. That's your questions that you never asked. Acceptance. I want to congratulate you as you have taken your oath yesterday at the Bedin, and you took upon yourself to build a Jewish family with Moshe, the king of tonight. Because in our culture, the Khatan is the king. So I congratulate you and I say Mazal Tov to you. And I go back to Moshe. Moshe comes from a different world. Moshe comes from the world of art and design. As a graduate, he was selected to fly with his professor, John, whom I know very well, to Palau and design a memorial park for the fallen American soldiers in the wars. Following that, he's made amazing production of awards and trophies for the biggest companies in Los Angeles. This is his passion. Our home, our humble home, turned into a museum, a gallery. His artifacts are in galleries and at home with his signature all over the place. His kindness to life, to love of life has made him change his diet completely. Last week, he came home. Abba, yes, he's holding the box. Yes, I'm here. Abba, I just bought for my wedding a brand new vegan shoes. take a moment. First of all, to tell you how beautiful you all are. My family, my sisters, my nephews, my cousins, and my friends. But I will get back to you in a moment. I want to address some people that are very important to us in a day that is so significant to us. My father-in-law and my mother-in-law, Evelyn and Milton, of blessed memory, that love my family so much. Another caliber of the family, Edward Belden, that is not with us. And then our parents, my father and my mother. Those are giants. 4 sisters in front of me here. My brother Rab Moshe in New York, and I am the youngest. About my parents, I can't get into details, but it brings me back to the most important thing. I remember about 25 years ago, my father, who is not using 3-dimension, he is not using AutoCAD, he is not using computer printer, he is a simple artist. He drew for me a family tree. A tree with 6 branches, one thicker with many leaves for my brother, one also very thick for Nina, my sister, who has a fantastic family, and another one for my sister Claire, who has an amazing family. She is here with her children and grandchildren, and one for 80 at the time, 25 years ago. And a small one branch for me, a little branch for me that had 2 little leaves, Joseph and Moshe. That was 25 years ago. This is not today. Today, if this was 35, 40 little buds, little leaves for all those grandchildren at the time, today, triple it. Triple it in 25 years. Nina is marrying granddaughters, and she has already, Baruch Hashem, smahot all the time. Claire and Rose and my brother Moshe, forget about it. This guy he needs himself a forest. This guy has, I think, 70 grandchildren or something. So, coming back to our parents, whom we loved so much and we give a little attention to them. Our parents taught us the whole Bible. The whole Bible in the 10 Commandments. Inside the 10 Commandments, 2 principles. No God. Do you remember, Jeffrey? I spoke to you last week about we have one God. You remember? I told you we accept everybody, but we don't mix our religion. You remember? Rose, the mother last week told me last week, my daughter very intelligent. I said, yes. She said, very intelligent. After I gave you all the compliments, she said, intelligent. And I told her, we don't go to bed, we don't marry intelligent, we marry good people. People of quality. People of inside beauty that wants to join, like we did. Intelligent. Thank you. Back to another group, which is a group that is not here. First of them, my brother Rab Moshe, rabbi in New York with a big family. And those that I learn and teach with every day. Where are you? Tinsino. Those that I am with every day. Rabbi Gordon, Rabbi Mordi, Rabbi Green, Rabbi Herzog, Rabbi Yankee Khan. Those are the guys that I learn and teach with every day. And I have a message for them. I have a message for them. I miss you. I love you. And I respect you. Tomorrow morning, you can tell them. Back to my immediate family. My lovely wife, for 41 years, with me, hand by hand. 41 years. Make me 1 year younger. So, she's been with me. We grew, we started the family together. She even changed her name to Sarah to make it all better because I asked her. She worked very hard with me and with our two princesses, Joe and Bush. I want to thank you for all these years, for your effort and for your love. This one is what we call she can kill with love. So thank you. Joe came all the way from Australia for a few days. He came from Australia for a few days with his superstar, Geneviève Graniveau. I call her Gigi, she calls me Abba. Let's see where it's going. Okay. So I want to thank you for doing this trip. To you, my cousins, my friends, with me and every Shabbat. You make a difference in our lives just because you are here. It was a Wednesday a month ago. I had a talk with my son after a long time. You can imagine. I said, Moshe, I need to talk to you. We need to have a wedding. He says, anything you want, Abba. So I said,